First and foremost, I just want to confirm that as a public officer, having worked for some strategic institutions, you are held accountable even after you have left the institution. The story about Lake Turkana winds has been blown out of proportion. And I just wanted to maybe take a few minutes so that I can enlighten the media. The issues which are being addressed, number one, is the source of the penalties for deemed generated energy. And one thing that we need to understand as media is what was the root cause of DG payments? What role did KETRACO play? Who are the key actors in the procurement of the Spanish contractor who was bankrupt? Those are the key questions. Who are the key players and the key actors in the power purchase agreement which was favoring the producer of the wind farm? Where I stand, and this is public knowledge, is that the power purchase agreement that was signed between Lake Turkana Winds and Kenya Power, that is now the root cause of the challenge that is being investigated. That power purchase agreement provided penalties for any delay on completing the transmission line. That's the first thing that you need to put in consideration. KETRACO was not a party to the power purchase agreement. Number two, the question that was being asked, did KETRACO procure the contractor who later became bankrupt? The answer is no. The contractor, who is Icelux, was actually procured by Lake Turkana Winds, who are the fellows that were interested in doing the wind plant and the transmission line. That was the way in 2009. When I joined KETRACO in 2010, I was the chief finance officer, and therefore I did sign the contract, and the contractor who was later bankrupt was Icelux, and that contract was not signed by myself. However, when I took over as the CEO, I was the one who was very instrumental in making sure that the project is completed on time, the transmission line. The reason I'm saying that is because as a CEO, I had a responsibility of making sure that the Luangalani-Suswa line is completed on time, and that is why I could not tolerate a contractor who is struggling to deliver the line. And therefore, on the advice of the Attorney General, in 2017, I actually terminated that contractor, who is called Icelux, and realized performance guarantees. It is my efforts that saved the country billions of shillings. That contractor was struggling for almost 2 years, doing only 55% of the work in 3 years. I brought in a new contractor through a tendering process who delivered the line in 7 months. That is a story which media is not highlighting. And because the perception here is a scandal, I want to confirm to the media today, there is no scandal in KETRACO. I didn't leave any scandal in KETRACO. What is being investigated is the root cause of the penalties for delayed implementation of a project, which was being paid by Kenya Power to Lake Turkana Winds. And Kenya Power was paying as a power purchase agreement that was signed by the two parties. I just thought it's important to highlight that because most of the people are worried. But I want to assure Kakamega people, your governor is safe, and I'm ready anytime to go and give more information. But the thing is, The root cause of the penalties was the power purchase agreement, and that is in the public domain, which nobody is interested to pursue. I thought it's important to clarify that. Thank you. Any other question?